Hello friends, welcome to today's daily devotion. We finally made it to Philippians chapter 2. Woohoo! I'm reading today Philippians 2 verses 3 through 6. Hear now these words. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interest, but each of you to the interest of the others. In your relationships with one another, have the same mindset as Christ Jesus, who being in very nature God, did not consider equality with God as something to be used for his own advantage. Here in this section of the letter, Paul and Timothy are beginning to deal with one of the fundamental problems of the human experience. You see, each of us has what Freud called an ego, a part of us that extends outside of our physical bodies, and it becomes something that we want others to be aware of about us. And some of us have really, really big egos. You know the kind of person I'm talking about. They come into a room 5 minutes before they enter the room just because their egos are that large. And the problem with that kind of an ego is that it leaves no room for genuine relationship with others. To use a Star Trek analogy, an ego is like shields. And strong shields prevent anything from penetrating inside the ship. Now, when you're trying to avoid phasers and photon torpedoes, it makes sense to have strong shields. But if you're trying to engage in diplomatic relations with somebody else, you have to lower your shields and allow them to beam aboard. Well, my friends, to get out of the Star Trek analogy and back to real life, Paul says, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. In other words, lower your shields. Give others a chance to interact with you. And in fact, go so far as to make their egos more important than your own. Drop your shields before they do. But maybe if they see you willing to lower yourself, they will lower themselves, and then you can interact with each other. This is precisely what Jesus did. Jesus lowered himself from the heights of all heavenly glory. He is fully God, and he lowered his shields. He descended into our world to show us what real relationship looks like. So my friends, I encourage you today to get outside of yourself so that you can get into relationship with others. Don't look for your own interest, but for others' interests. And you'll be surprised at how God will bless you when you do. And I'll see you on Sunday, hopefully at 9 or 11, in worship, online, in person, and again on Monday for another daily devotion.